A pirate, a smuggler, a man with no loyalty to any nation. Yet, he saved America when it needed him most. This is the story of Jean Lafitte, the pirate who helped win one of the most important battles in United States history, the Battle of New Orleans. Jean Lafitte was no ordinary pirate. He wasn't just a criminal or an outlaw, he was a businessman. In the early 1800s, he ran a massive smuggling operation in the Gulf of Mexico. Along with his brother Pierre, he ruled a pirate haven called Betrayal Bay, off the Louisiana coast. He smuggled goods, weapons, and even enslaved people, selling them to American buyers. But despite breaking the law, Lafitte was seen as a kind of folk hero in New Orleans. Why? Because he made the city rich. His network brought in valuable goods that American merchants needed, and he even bribed officials to turn a blind eye to his illegal activities. Then came the War of 1812. The United States was at war with the mighty British Empire. In 1814, as British forces planned an invasion of New Orleans, they made a bold move. They approached Jean Lafitte and made him an offer. The British offered him gold, land, and power in exchange for his loyalty. All he had to do was help them attack New Orleans. If he joined their side, he would be a rich man under British protection. Now Jean Lafitte had a choice: help the British and betray America, or warn the Americans of the coming attack. What would he do? Lafitte, the pirate, the smuggler, the outlaw, chose to side with America, but why? Maybe he was loyal to New Orleans, the city that made him powerful. Maybe he saw the British as a greater threat to his business. Whatever his reason, he decided to act. He sent a letter to Governor William C. Claiborne, warning that the British were coming. But there was one problem. The Americans didn't trust him. Lafitte was, after all, a wanted criminal. The governor ignored his warning and sent troops to destroy his pirate base at Betrayal Bay. Lafitte lost everything, but he still refused to side with the British. Instead, he took one last gamble. He approached General Andrew Jackson, the man in charge of defending New Orleans. At first, Andrew Jackson wanted nothing to do with Lafitte, but as British forces got closer, Jackson realized he needed all the help he could get. And who better to help than a pirate who knew every inch of the Louisiana coastline? Lafitte and his men joined the fight. His pirates, experts in naval warfare and artillery, helped defend New Orleans. They provided cannons, gunpowder, and skilled fighters. And on January 8, 1815, when the British launched their final attack, the pirates were ready. The battle was brutal, but thanks to Lafitte's pirates and Jackson's army, the British were crushed. Over 2,000 British soldiers were killed, while the Americans lost less than 100 men. It was one of the most lopsided victories in history. The United States had won, and Jean Lafitte, the pirate, became a hero. For his service, the U.S. government pardoned Jean Lafitte and his men, but he didn't settle down. He went back to being a pirate, eventually moving to Texas and setting up a new smuggling empire. Some say he died in battle. Others say he faked his death and disappeared. To this day, no one knows for sure what happened to Jean Lafitte. But one thing is certain, without him, America might have lost New Orleans, and history could have been very different. So, what do you think? Was Jean Lafitte a hero, or just a pirate looking out for himself? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing history stories. See you next time. A pirate king smuggling his way to power, Jean Lafitte. The British roll up with a shady deal, betrayal or gold. He snitches to America instead. Boom! Pirates raid, bases burn, and then the Battle of New Orleans explodes. Victory, pardons, and a mystery ending. Where'd he go? Hit that play